WYLN Hazleton. This is WYLN's late edition, News at 10, with meteorologist Joe Garbacek, sports with Beth Mensinger, anchors Lisa Sugar and L.A. Tyrone. News, weather, sports, features, and more. You're watching WYLN's late edition, News at 10.
Good evening and welcome to WYLN's late edition for Friday, September 6, 2013. I'm Lisa Sugart. Tonight, Congressman Lou Barletta speaks out on the crisis in Syria. He joined L.A. Tyrone on Topic A Live at 5 today. L.A. will recap the congressman's reaction. And the big Fun Fest weekend is finally here. Ann Ganley has the lowdown on where you can find the best sweets and treats at Fun Fest. In sports, it's week number 2 for Beth Mensinger and Football Friday. She's in with all the scores and highlights. Plus, 2 lucky viewers will win tickets to see Spamalot at the Little Theater in Wilkes-Barre. Plus, will the weather cooperate for the big Fun Fest weekend? Meteorologist Joe Garbacek has the answer. But first, late edition's look at tonight's top stories. Tonight we begin with a drug arrest on Hazleton's northwest side. It happened here at 8th and Alter Streets. Police said they got calls that someone was selling drugs out of the red car on your screen. Now, police arrived and searched it. They also cited 20-year-old Todd Miller of Weatherly and a juvenile whom they did not identify for the city's paraphernalia ordinance. They said the two had 2 glass pipes with synthetic marijuana in them. There was some road chipping in Tresco this week, and we've gotten several complaints because of it. Notice the car sitting there. When the PennDOT road crews were chipping this road, they did not move the car. They chipped around it. Several residents say they've called PennDOT to complain. 2 men were arrested this morning at Sherman Hills in Wilkes-Barre for allegedly shooting and killing a toddler in Brooklyn on Sunday. The U.S. Marshals Service arrested 23-year-old Daquan Breland and 19-year-old Daquan Wright without incident this morning. The 2 are wanted for questioning in the shooting death of 16-month-old Antique Hennis, who was shot in the face Sunday night in the Brownsville neighborhood of Brooklyn. She was being pushed in a stroller by her mother and father. The little girl was rushed to a hospital and pronounced dead shortly thereafter. Authorities in New York say the father has been uncooperative with police. Speaking of Sherman Hills, it has new rules for residents and visitors as of October 1st. Tenants will have to register vehicles with the management and show a parking permit or risk being towed away. Tenants will also need to provide a copy of the vehicle's registration. Visitors must also register their vehicles to receive a parking pass and must park in a visitor's lot. Residents have to register visitors older than 16 with the office. Management will keep a list of guests banned from that complex. Management may also try to evict tenants if they are found with an unregistered guest. State Representative Dick Hess has died. He was a representative from Bedford County in western Pennsylvania. He died this morning at a Pittsburgh hospital from complications related to leg surgery. Hess had served in the House since 1987 and was the chairman of the House Transportation Committee. Hess was also the author of a compromise bill raising money for road and bridge repairs. It generated $1.6 billion without raising the cost of vehicle registrations and other driving-related expenses. Dick Hess was 74 years old. A special plaque was presented to one of FunFest's co-founders this evening. Late Edition's Ann Ganley was there for the big surprise.
A special award for a special man. Joe Scarcella Sr., the last living co-founder of FunFest. It came as a shock to Scarcella tonight as FunFest committee member Mike Sosar asked for all FunFest committee members in attendance to come to the front of the stage before the annual FunFest kickoff concert by the Poets.
And just like any other family, we like to honor someone special in our family when they do something special. And along with the 35th year of FunFest comes one of our committee members' 35th year, and he's the one who hosts this whole thing and is one of our founding fathers, Mr. Joe Scarcella.
You know, I couldn't imagine what was going on. And then Andy Pisco started pushing me in the back, and I'm in total awe. It was a total surprise. It really was.
For 35 years, Joe Scarcella has been participating in FunFest in front and behind the scenes, helping make sure Hazleton's largest street fair goes off without a hitch. He says getting this award from his FunFest family came as a shock, but is overjoyed by receiving this special gift.
We are a family, and really, if one of them is in trouble or they have sorrow, we're all there for each other. It's been that way for years and years and years. We are happy together. We're sorry together, we mourn together, but we also celebrate together. That's what makes them so special, and I love them all.
His son Joseph Scarcella Jr. says he's been participating in FunFest since he could walk, and adds that he doesn't know if any young kids could ever say that they saw their father accomplish so much.
I think it's the ambition of every boy, at least, to emulate their father, to some extent. So if someday I ever can look at my life and I could see that I hold a place in the hearts of my family and my friends and my community, like my father does in the hearts of the people who are around him, then I will know that I've achieved everything that is worth achieving in my life and in life in general. I'm so proud of him. I couldn't be happier.
As long as his health allows him to, Joe says he will continue with FunFest for many years to come.
I want to keep on going. As long as my health lets me keep on going. I'll be 67 in September 24th. As long as my health keeps going, and I see no reason of backing off. I like to stay involved. I don't get that physically involved anymore. There's a lot of young people that pick up the slack, but I'm good at communicating with people and getting people involved and going out and soliciting people. So I'll stay involved. As long as FunFest keeps going, I'll stay involved.
So if you see Joe this weekend at FunFest as they celebrate with a totally 80s weekend, make sure you stop to congratulate him on his 35th anniversary. In Hazleton for WYLN's Late Edition, I'm Ann Gownley.
Aw, Joe, congratulations. You're a sweetheart. We love you, and we say congratulations. A Wilkes-Barre man is charged in the armed robbery of a Market Street gas station last November. Police say 26-year-old Nicholas Reed entered the U.S. Gas on Market Street on November 11th, went directly behind the counter carrying a handgun and a white bag. He ordered the cashier to open the cash register, then took whatever he could and ran off. The arrest affidavit says Reed admitted he robbed the store using a BB gun. He was arraigned by District Judge David Barilla in Swoyersville, who set bail at $75,000. Tonight he's in the Luzerne County Prison. A Larksville man has been arrested on charges he sexually assaulted 3 young girls and exposed himself to a 4th during sleepovers at his house earlier this year. 43-year-old Francis Parsons is charged with 3 counts of corruption of minors and 1 count each of aggravated indecent assault, and indecent exposure. 4 girls, ages 11 and 12, told police they separately slept over Parsons' house, where he allegedly exposed himself or molested them as they slept in a bedroom or in the living room while watching a movie. He was arraigned by District Judge David Barilla in Swoyersville and jailed at the Luzerne County Prison for lack of $250,000 bail. Also in Larksville, a bicyclist died from injuries he sustained after being hit by a car last night. The coroner's office identified him as 33-year-old Richard Swartz of West Ross Street. He was hit around 8 p.m. and pronounced dead at Geisinger Wyoming Valley Medical Center in Plains Township just before 9 p.m. Well, we told you back in May, American Eagle Outfitters was building a new distribution center in the Humboldt Industrial Park. Well, today the firm said it is closing one in Warrendale, suburban Pittsburgh, and will move its work here. 200 employees there are out of work, though they will be offered jobs here. CEO Robert Hansen said the warehouse is being shut down because it can't handle the shift required in an e-commerce world. The closure will happen over 2 years. The Warrendale operation had served as American Eagle headquarters until 2007. The Humboldt operation will be home to 600 jobs. It is a serious problem all across the country. I'm talking about bullying. But did you know that bullying is criminal behavior that can actually result in citations, misdemeanor arrests, as well as expulsion or suspension from school. And to help stop it, a series of programs will be taking place for both students and parents.
What we have going on for the next 3 weeks throughout the month of September is a bullying and suicide awareness and prevention program being sponsored by the Luzerne County District Attorney's Office, the state police, and some local businesses and community leaders in and out throughout Luzerne County. What we were able to do was bring in a nationally recognized speaker by the name of Mr. John Halligan, whose story is really about his son Ryan, who committed suicide when he was 13 years of age as a result of constant bullying.
Trooper David Peters from the Pennsylvania State Police Troop N in West Hazelton. He explained that John Halligan will speak at 15 schools throughout Luzerne County from September 9th through the 27th.
And in doing so, he's also going to present 7 parent presentations throughout Luzerne County at different locations. Kicking this all off with the parent presentation will be Tuesday, September 10th at Hazelton High School at 7 o'clock. Really what we want is the community to come out, and the parents, as well as anyone else, to listen to Mr. Halligan's story so they can understand bullying a little better and help us prevent this negative behavior that's going on.
After his son's death, it was revealed that Ryan was ridiculed and humiliated by peers at school and online. In memory of his son, John spearheaded the Vermont bullying prevention law and continues to be outspoken about the need for more education and prevention of bullying, cyberbullying, and teen suicide.
Parental involvement in their child's life obviously very important on all aspects of it. But when it comes to bullying, sometimes the children or the students are reluctant to let their parents know what's going on. So being involved in understanding bullying and getting some tips from someone who has lived through the tragedy to make themselves more aware of what's going on in their child's lives and what's going on the computer and the cell phone and all these devices that people use to bully each other on, I think helps open the lines of communication between their child and them. So some assistance can be provided and we get moving in the right direction to stop this negative behavior.
Again, the special parent program on anti-bullying will kick off this coming Tuesday, September 10th at Hazelton Area High School at 7 p.m. All parents are encouraged to attend. The Schuylkill County United Way held its 2014 kickoff breakfast this morning at the Penn State Schuylkill campus. The breakfast was to announce this year's goal to raise $1,025,000 to help the numerous agencies it helps throughout the county.
We have 2 YMCAs, one Schuylkill and Tamaqua. We have Avenues, which will be our guest speaker today. Child Development, Schuylkill County Society of Crippled Children, different Salvation Armies as well. And they all provide a great variety of programs. We have SWIC and SARC, which help domestic violence and sexual violence. And it's just a great need. Actually, 3 out of 4 residents of Schuylkill County use the agencies, which is a great, it was up from half over 2 years ago.
The Schuylkill United Way has already raised nearly $287,000 thus far. This year's campaign chair is Jeffrey Westney, who's served as a board member for several years.
As a Schuylkill County resident, I see firsthand the importance of the United Way has on the agencies that we serve. And I just try to do my part, not only financially, but also in donating time and effort to make other citizens in Schuylkill County aware of the need that these agencies provide to the people that go to visit them.
To help out the Schuylkill United Way or get your business involved, contact them at 622-6421 or log on to SchuylkillUnitedWay.org. Up-and-coming pop star Liam Liss will make a special appearance at FunFest this Sunday. He'll be performing some of his songs and signing autographs. Now, this 11-year-old recording artist has been featured on Radio Disney. His videos on YouTube have been very popular. He will perform with a live band from 2 till 2:30 at Broad and Laurel Streets this Sunday, and he will be available to sign autographs after the performance. And that is a look at tonight's top stories. Time now to get our first look at the forecast for FunFest and the entire weekend and the next 7 days. Meteorologist Joe Garbochik is outside in the Bedrock Gardens Weather Center. Joe, is it a little bit chilly out there tonight?
It is just a tad bit chilly out here in the backyard, but overall not quite as chilly as what we saw last night, and the winds continue to be relatively light, not too much of a factor, and you don't have to worry about any precipitation as it's going to continue to stay dry. Well, let's take a look at the national map to see where any of the extreme heat is. It's cool across the northeast, but you can see there are many locations that are still in the 80s, 90s to near 100 degrees. Will we see any type of heat in our forecast? I'll let you know with the complete 7-day forecast coming up.
For all your projects, large and small, Bedrock Gardens has it all. They are fully stocked and ready to fill your order. Rubber mulch and rubber curbing to match. Lots of color choices to pick from. Wall stone, natural stone, full pallets ready to go. Their bins are full with rich colored quality mulch that will look wonderful all season long. Finish off your fabulous outdoor space with their quality patio furniture and easy to assemble fire pits. Everything you need for your summer projects. Delivery available, or just stop by and they will load you up. Bedrock Gardens, locally owned and operated. Call today.
Heritage Sure Save, your neighborhood full-service supermarket. Come see for yourself. They have the freshest selection of meats, cheese, and produce. Baked goods made fresh on premises. They have an in-store butcher who is happy to accommodate your special orders. Be sure to stop in and check out their unadvertised specials. You'll find them throughout the store. See their flyer for weekly specials. Heritage Sure Save, your neighborhood full-service supermarket. This week only at Heritage, they're offering Surefine Deli Gourmet, fresh sliced Swiss, or American cheese at $3.99 a pound. Thank you for shopping at Heritage Sure Save.
Join us this week on Wellness Through Physical Therapy. Ting's going to explain to us what causes lower back pain, how you can avoid it, and if you are uncomfortable, what he can do to help you out. That's all coming up this week on Wellness Through Physical Therapy. Join us.
No, we're not talking sports. We're talking weather right now as I speak. We got nothing to show you on Live 35 Skycast Doppler. It continues to be dry across all of our viewing area from Wilkes-Barre through Scranton down through Lehighton, Shenandoah, Berwick, Williamsport, and Lewisburg, and we'll continue to stay dry right through the overnight hours. Our live Lehigh Tire conditions outside our station in Hazleton, 54 degrees. Pressure coming in at 30.10 inches of mercury, and you can see those winds continuing to be very light. Boy, we woke up this morning on a very chilly note. Some locations got down into the 30s, elsewhere temperatures in the lower 40s. How about Bradford, though, getting down to 34 degrees for a morning low? But despite the chilliness in the air, did manage to make it up into the 60s, and some locations near 70, and elsewhere temperatures in the lower 70s. So overall not bad. 55 now in Berwick, 47 in New Angola, 55 in Jim Thorpe, as well as Monomoy City, and 53 degrees in Danville. Satellite and radar. Well, we got some clouds coming in from the north and northwest overspreading our region, but other than that, no precipitation at all. We're going to stay dry through tonight. We're going to stay dry as we go into tomorrow. Maybe a passing sprinkle or shower for tomorrow night, maybe a shower as we go into our Sunday. But again, I'm not expecting anything significant out of this at all. So overall, things shaping up to be pretty nice. We'll get some milder air as we go into this upcoming weekend for both Saturday and as we go into our Sunday. I think we're going to be getting up into the 70s with some locations near 80 degrees. And then another front comes through. That's going to bring in another shot of some cooler air across the northeast. And tonight, another cool night. I don't think it'll be quite as chilly as last night, but still a good shot of getting down into the 40s. And tomorrow, I think every location should be up into the 70s, with some locations getting to near 80 degrees. Extended forecast brought to you by the Wire Guys, a division of Arc Electric. So heading into the next couple of days, generally 70s will do it, some upper 60s as well. Some chilly nights ahead, but despite the chilliness at night, it does manage to warm up pretty nicely throughout the daytime hours. Our evening Pennsylvania lottery numbers, a daily 977, the big 4, 3559. Quinto numbers 34750, and the cash 5, 11, 29, 30, 40, and 43. Lisa.
Thank you very much, Joe. Well, coming up, Ann's final Fun Fest preview. Stay tuned for that. But right now, get ready to dial and win a pair of fabulous tickets. It could be the world's oldest musical, and you could see it live and in person, courtesy of the Little Theater of Wilkes-Barre and WYLN. Tomorrow night, the curtain goes up on Spamalot, the musical comedy, which literally brags that it lovingly rips from the 1975 hit movie Monty Python and the Holy Grail. The musical is a hysterical parody on the legend of King Arthur. The original 2005 Broadway production won 3 Tonys, including one for Best Musical. Showtimes are tomorrow at 8 p.m. and Sunday matinee at 3, and then next Friday and Saturday at 8, with the final performance next Sunday at 3. We have 2 pairs of tickets to give away right now, 1 pair for 2 lucky viewers. The tickets are good for this Saturday and Sunday only. Or Saturday or Sunday, I should say, only. Call us now at 459-1869, extension 1172. Leave us your name, town, and phone number. We'll draw 2 lucky winners' names at random. Remember, you can only win once every 60 days, and this giveaway is good for our 10 o'clock live newscast only, so call now.
Swing to Big Bad Voodoo Daddy October 18th at the Alice E. Wiltsey Performing Arts Center at the Historic Castle in Hazleton. 2013 marks the 20th anniversary of Big Bad Voodoo Daddy's remarkable arrival onto the music scene. And today, the high-energy 9-piece ensemble continues to remind the world that it's still cool to swing big band style. Join the party. Shake and move to the groove October 18th. Advance tickets are available through Ticketmaster starting August 31st.
Welcome to Robert Stevens Face and Body, Hazleton's complete skincare center. Here, our licensed specialists will consult with you to discuss your skincare needs, rejuvenate you with our special facial treatments, and apply gentle, relaxing massages to melt your tension away, using all state-of-the-art technical treatments and superior skin products. So call today and let the transformation begin at Robert Stevens Face and Body, 788-7546.
FunFest will be a totally 80s weekend in downtown Hazleton September 7th and 8th. FunFest marks the theme with our 80s throwback party each night, featuring trivia, music, and fun 80s themed contests. The FunFest parade will feature balloons, floats, and much more. There will also be crafts and classic cars. For the kids, there are free activities, free admission, and free parking. For more information, call 1-800-OK-FFest or go to funfestpa.org. FunFest is presented by Mohican Sun at Pocono Downs, as well as these corporate sponsors.
People have a very jaded opinion of contractors. At the Wire Guys, we completely turn that experience on its head. My electrician is going to show up and wear shoe covers, be respectful. We are the cleanest contractors that you'll ever use. Before he even starts, he's going to give you a price in writing that he's going to stick to. I want them to be your superhero when they walk out that door. Call me. If we're late, you get paid.
All Care Home Care, the health care that you need in the comfort and privacy of your own home.
At All Care Home Care, our caring and compassionate staff of skilled nurses, occupational speech, physical therapists, dietitian, social worker, and home health aides will give you the professional care you need. Call 459-3002.
With All Care Home Care, you will feel so much better and be able to do so much more.
Remember, it's still your choice. For your care, call us and we'll be there.
WYLN, your first choice for locally produced shows like Chef Lou, Jen-tastic Sweets, Off the Beaten Path, The Storm, and more. Find out how you can stretch your advertising dollars and be a part of the WYLN TV lineup. Call 570-459-1869, extension 1302. WYLN, we're your local network.
Welcome back to Late Edition. I'm Ann Gownley, and I'm here at the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce to talk about Fun Fest food. It's a big, exciting part of Fun Fest. I know a lot of people talk about this day. We were just talking about it before, how some people look forward to it. I'm here with Jean and Andy talking about all the food. Tell me about some of the exciting vendors that'll be in downtown Hazleton.
Well, we usually have the traditional Fun Fest vendors will be here. Dale with his French fries, Dale Peters with the funnel cakes. Webby's will be here, Quarterback Club will be here. This year we've got a new one. It's called Munchies, spelled with cheese on it, and they are specializing in grilled cheese. And that should be an interesting change of pace for Fun Fest. Plus we'll have all the ethnic food that we have from the nonprofit groups that come down to serve in churches and things like that. So yeah, we'll have a lot of food for people to eat.
What are some of the big names that a lot of people look forward to each year?
Probably Gyro King and the Quarterback Club and Dale Peters with his funnel cakes and his apple dumplings.
Apple dumplings,
yes.
And all of the vendors will be located along Broad Street, and that's where everybody can find them.
Yes, they'll be between Church and Pine Street.
Okay. What's your favorite part about Fun Fest? I have to ask all the committee members, so you can think of it while I ask Andy. Andy, what's your favorite part about Fun Fest?
Sunday night. No, actually, the whole part that I really enjoy is actually setting up with the vendors and that, and meeting some of them I've known for quite a number of years, and it's always fun to rehash things with them. I think that's the most fun I have is helping set up and get everything running and going. But it's always nice to have Sunday night to go home.
Gene, what about you?
Yeah, I would say the same thing too there, because we don't see them throughout the year except for Fun Fest weekend. And like Andy said too, Sunday night after we get cleaned up and everything, and then we can get the unwind a little bit, so to speak.
Tell me, for people who have never been to Fun Fest before, you're branching out, you're seeing a lot of people come from out of town. Some have never been here. Tell me what they can expect when they come down here to Fun Fest.
Well, Saturday is a big day with the car show. Plus, there's a lot of big name, local named entertainment that are going to be playing on all the stages. I think Judy Ann had touched with you earlier that the 80s performance tent there, we're going to do a flashback to the 80s. There are a lot of different things to see. That the hockey the pierogi slap shot challenge is always a big hit. Always a big hit.
Anything that you can think of?
Not really. I think Judy Ann probably touched on it too. Disney's coming in, and that's going to be a big one, I think. And the parade. And, yes, we do have a secret weapon this year. Kit Car's going to be here from Knight Rider.
I heard about that. It's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Yes, you're pretty excited to see that, I'm sure. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good. Thank you both very much.
You're
and
welcome.
like both of them said, there'll be plenty of different types of food, ethnic food, desserts, everything. You can't even name it all.
Yeah.
But there'll be a lot happening here in downtown Hazleton. And again, Fun Fest weekend is this weekend, September 7th and 8th. Make sure you stop by and enjoy all the food. Thank you both very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Stay tuned. Beth Mensinger is in with sports on the Late Edition.
Hi, I'm Liz Tolan. I'd like to invite you to the first annual COPS event. It's taking place on September 21st right here at the Butler Township Community Center. This event, brought to you by WYLN 35 in Hazleton, the Greater Hazleton Health Alliance, and other area sponsors, will consist of a 5K run, 5K walk, kids fun run, open air concert, free cookout for the community, crafters, tricky trays, and so much more. Proceeds from this event will go to benefit 4 area police departments. When you call these men and the men and women they serve with, they're going to be there for you. Won't you take one day out of your busy schedule and be there for them?
Your family's good health begins with a great team.
That team is the Alliance Medical Group. We're the first healthcare provider in the greater Hazleton area to offer a fully integrated approach to family and specialized medical care. Our expanding network of more than 30 physicians and specialists are trusted by thousands for routine and complex medical treatments. For a convenient appointment at any of our 15 regional offices, simply call 501-4AMG. Alliance Medical Group. Your health, that's our specialty.
The Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home Incorporated at 542 North Wyoming Street in Hazleton, serving the greater Hazleton area since 1890 and still family owned and operated, offers convenient parking, handicapped accessibility, seating for over 150 people, casket, cremation product showrooms to accommodate traditional, cremation, and pre-planned funerals. The Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home Incorporated, 570-454-3341.
Join us this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic. You'll meet Tracy Earhart, a phys ed teacher who went through a lot of pain and a lot of different treatments, but now she's back in the game thanks to good chiropractic care. Her story this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic. Join us.
Week 2 of Friday Night Football, and we kick it all off with WYLN's Game of the Week in Wilkes-Barre, Hazleton area at Coughlin High School, and our own Marty Burns takes us to the game's highlights.
Jeff Oakes took the opening kickoff 60 yards, and Hazleton area was able to convert it into this 27-yard field goal by Tristan Williams. Coughlin, with a minute 24 left in the opening quarter, went 3 plays, 64 yards in a minute 17. Quarterback Tim Pilsch shows some speed to the outside, and he goes 52 yards. Coughlin would lead 6-3 after the failed extra point. Late stages of the first half, a throw to the end zone. Derek Johnson gets his hands on the football from 24 yards out, and the Crusaders led it at the half, 13-3. Bad snap to Pilsch through his hands. Would end up with a Jesus Castillo recovery at the Coughlin 6. 2 plays later, Julius Ward from 2 yards out. Cougar touchdown made it 13-10 Coughlin. Coughlin, after a fumble recovery by Johnson, Pilsch capped an 11-play, 82-yard drive with his 31-yard touchdown pass to Mitchell. Tom Mitchell made it 20-10 Coughlin. Hazleton area would get this big pass play from Ward to Oakes. And then Ward went back to Oakes again. And Oakes fumbles, but Charlie Burrows is there to make it a 26-16 game as the 2-point conversion failed. And Coughlin would go on to win their second game of this 2013 season and go to 2-0 as the Crusaders win it tonight 26-16 over Hazleton area.
The Wyoming Valley Conference powerhouse Berwick Bulldogs coming off a big win last week over Crestwood. Tonight they head into Schuylkill County to face off with the Crimson Tide of Pottsville. It's always a big rivalry, but the Bulldogs were ready for tonight. First quarter, no score when C.J. Curry hands off to Dane Kowalski for the 1-yard touchdown run. Extra point no good, 6-0 Dogs. First quarter again, C.J. Curry finds Andrew Force for the 43-yard gain deep into Pottsville territory. The Bulldogs will score a few plays later, and they'll go up 14-0. C.J. Curry in the second quarter throwing for Force. Again, a 65-yard pickup down to the Crimson Tide's 10-yard line. Then it's Dane Kowalski again. He will take the 1-yard run to cap off the drive, and Berwick will take the win, 56-7. We do have other scores from around the Wyoming Valley Conference. First, Crestwood wins 40-21. Williamsport was shut out. Wyoming Valley West wins over Delaware Valley. Scranton 34, Pittsnary 18. West Scranton blanks Tunkhannock, and Mid-Valley 29 to Wyoming areas 14. Nanacoke over CMVT 48-0. Lake Lehman 60, Montrose 0. And Lackawanna Trail 54 to Hanover areas 40. And Old Forge will win 49-6.
Moving to the Anthracite Football League, the Batland Miners headed to North Schuylkill to take on Wally Hall Spartans, who are coming off a big win against Shenandoah Valley. In the first quarter, Spartan possession, and Glenn Wiest will show off his foot speed. It's a big carry, and it will set North Schuylkill up at the 1-yard line. Matt Smarkanik under center. He hands off to Major Jordan, who takes the ball 1 yard for the first score of the game. It's 6-0 North Schuylkill. On the defensive side now, Jordan with a big tackle for a big Minersville loss, and eventually NS will get that ball back. 2 plays on both sides coming up pretty sloppy. First, North Schuylkill here will fumble the ball. Minersville will recover and take possession. But then 2 plays later, it's a Minersville fumble in the end zone. North Schuylkill will pick it up and will get the touchback. They are at the 20-yard line, but the quarter ends. Second quarter, ball in Smarkanik's hands again. He'll find number 4, John Rapinski, and the Spartans go up 12-0. They miss the first extra point, so they go for 2, and it's the Smarkanik-Rapinski connection. Again, the junior will reach and get 2 points, and North Schuylkill will win 48-0. The Marion Colts lost in Week 1 to non-conference Lehighton. Tonight they headed down 61 and were in Schuylkill Haven. The Hurricanes took a tough loss last week to 2012 state champs, while missing also. The Hurricanes, third quarter, up 18-6 when QB Brett Beaver hands off to Ryan Fink, who gets the nice gain for the Canes. Same drive, William Casella gets the rock, keeps the drive alive with another big run there for the Canes. William Casella again, he will get the handoff, and he will cap off that drive with a 5-yard run. Extra point, no good. 24-16. Hurricanes Haven will go on to win that one, 30-6. And lastly, we wrap up our Week 2 highlights at the Nativity BVM Golden Waves home field in St. Clair. They hosted the Monoy area Golden Bears, who won last week against Panther Valley. Getting chilly as the night went on in Schuylkill County, but this little one was so pretty pumped for some Friday night football. Second quarter, Monoy area will be up 28-0 with about 4 minutes left, not 40, 4 minutes left. Quarterback for the Golden Bears, Dylan Maymod. Keep it going, 9 yards, Bears go up 34-0, under 2 left. Golden Wave have possession and the throw is up, and sophomore Mason Evans gets the interception before the half. Moving to the third, a big drive by the Bears brings them to 15 yards out. Maymod with the keeper again, and it is another touchdown. Monoy will get their second win of the season. That final, 52-6. And we have a number of other scores from around the Anthracite Football League. University Prep wins over Shenandoah Valley 42-24. Panther Valley fell to Schuylkill Valley, and Blue Mountain over Jim Thorpe. Tamaqua also with their first win of the season after losing last week. They win 21-0 over William Allen. Lots more sports coming up in the second half. Make sure you stay tuned. Until then, Lisa's back with your top story recaps.
As a diabetic, where do I turn for the special healthcare products and advice I need?
Come into your nearby Good Neighbor Pharmacy. We specialize in the unique concerns and needs you have as a diabetic patient. Your Good Neighbor pharmacist has a fully trained staff, stocks a broad selection of the products you need, and takes a personal interest in your health and well-being.
Hello, I'm Tiffany Cloud. Democrat Matt Cartwright is the freshman congressman representing the 17th District in Pennsylvania, but he already has challengers for that position. In his first televised interview, one candidate, Matthew Dietz, a Republican for the 17th District seat, will join me this week on The Storm, only on WYLN TV.
Recapping tonight's top stories, a drug arrest on Hazleton's northwest side. It happened here at 8th and Alter Streets. Police say they got calls that someone was selling drugs out of the car on your screen. Police arrived and searched it. They cited 20-year-old Todd Miller of Weatherly and a juvenile whom they did not identify for the city's paraphernalia ordinance. They said the two had glass pipes with synthetic marijuana inside them. There was some road chipping in Tresco this week, and because of it, we got several complaints. Now notice the car sitting there. When the PennDOT road crews were chipping this road, they did not move the car. They chipped around it. Now several people did call PennDOT saying they complained. 2 men were arrested this morning at Sherman Hills in Wilkes-Barre for allegedly shooting and killing a toddler in Brooklyn on Sunday. The U.S. Marshal Service arrested 23-year-old Daquan Breland and 19-year-old Daquan Wright without incident this morning. The two are wanted for questioning in the shooting death of 16-month-old Antique Hennis, who was shot in the face Sunday night in the Brownsville neighborhood of Brooklyn. She was being pushed in a stroller by her mother and father. The little girl was rushed to a hospital and pronounced dead shortly after. Authorities in New York say the father has been uncooperative with police. Speaking of Sherman Hills, it has new rules for residents and visitors as of October 1st. Tenants will have to register vehicles with the management and show a parking permit or risk being towed. They will also need to provide a copy of the vehicle's registration. Visitors must register their vehicles to receive a parking pass and must park in a visitor lot. Residents have to register visitors older than 16 years of age with the office. Management will keep a list of guests banned from the complex. Management may also try to evict tenants if they are found with an unregistered guest. State Representative Dick Hess has died. He was a representative from Bedford County in western PA. He died this morning at a Pittsburgh hospital from complications related to leg surgery. Hess served in the House since 1987 and was chairman of the House Transportation Committee. He was also the author of a compromise bill raising money for road and bridge repairs. Dick Hess was 74 years old. And that is a look at tonight's top story recaps. When we come back, we'll hear what Lou Barletta had to say about the situation in Syria. Plus, Beth is back in with the second half of sports.
And overall, the weekend shaping up to be pretty nice across our region. And it is nice in the backyard, a little bit chilly, not much of a breeze, and it is dry. Well, we go back in time, it was Hurricane Easy. It wasn't really an easy storm because take a look at these statistics. In Florida, Yankeetown, Florida, it produced 38.7 inches of rain in just a 24-hour time period. I'll let you know what we can expect with the 7-day forecast coming up in just a few moments.
Base Luncheonette, still making memories after all these years.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric, Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Rotary of Mountaintop is pleased to announce and host a Taste of the Mountains Sunday, September 8th from 2 to 5 p.m. at Edgewood in the Pines. A food, wine, and beer sampling with live music. Advance tickets are $25, $30 at the door.
Managing risk is more than just buying an insurance policy. At Dreyfus, our approach is different. With 25 risk management professionals who have the tools and experience to help our clients avoid and survive unexpected events. We can help you with risk transfer, OSHA requirements, safe workplace, cybersecurity, and claims management. All of these go well beyond an insurance policy. We're also independent, so we can access dozens of insurance carriers like Grange Insurance, who can insure your auto, home, business, and life. Dreyfus Insurance since 1901 and Grange Insurance since 1935. We're committed to helping you manage risk.
Watch the 2013 Schuylkill County Firefighters Parade on WYLN at the following times on your screen. Join in the 150th anniversary of Monterey City only on WYLN. We're your local network.
Buy it at Barber Ford. It's a cut above the rest. Buy it at Barber Ford. Honest people where the deals are the best. Now is the time. Barber Ford is the place. The best cause I hear there's no mistake. You can't
Rubber Ford, Route 309 in Hazleton, and on Route 11 in Exeter.
Everybody shops Grand Central, making your house a home.
Visit us for the lowest prices on furniture, mattresses, appliances, and electronics. This month, save 50% on Sealy mattresses or save up to $100 on select Lazy Boy furniture. And ask about our interest-free financing plans. Shop GrandCentral.com or visit us on Vine Street in Hazleton or Route 93 in Hazel Township.
Everybody shops Grand Central, making your house a home.
Welcome back on Late Edition. Well, you can't go anywhere these days without people talking about the situation in Syria. And today, you had a special guest to do just that.
Yeah, Lou Barletta, he's still a great interview after all these years. He doesn't duck from anything, and that was the primary reason we wanted to get him on this week, because the House is supposed to vote next week. We're talking like Monday through Wednesday, and it's been a tough sell for the president overseas. So we talked about Syria, but we also had a bunch of other things on the plate as well. This is Congressman Lou Barletta with me and Dave Yonkai this afternoon on Topic A. International matters and foreign affairs, headlined by Syria. Barletta is undecided whether he'll vote for military action, but he is clearly leaning against it.
I can tell you, L.A., there's a lot of questions that the president needs to answer for me to vote yes to attack Syria. You know, I need to know what is the goal, what is the plan, what are we prepared for the unintended consequences, which I believe are inevitable if we send missiles into Syria.
Another foreign hotspot is Egypt. In general, he supports the military there, but
there's a lot of controversy over whether or not we should cut off all military aid to Egypt, and I supported military aid to the Egyptian military, not to Morsi, but to the Egyptian military.
Good. I agree. Good.
When the Egyptian military, because that was the best chance of stability there in Egypt. Then the riots broke out, and at that point, my position has been until the riots subside, I think we should hold back in sending any type of military aid there.
As for domestic matters, Barletta remains a critic of so-called Obamacare, but says he will not vote to shut the government down to defund it.
Well, to answer your first question, no, I will not vote to shut the government down if Obamacare is funded in it. And I know there's a lot of support. People want me to vote against the continuing resolution, but I need to explain that will not produce the outcome that people want. Much of Obamacare is mandatory spending. So even if we did shut the government down, it would not kill Obamacare.
Well, there's been talk of another round of base closings. Barletta says it isn't serious at this point.
I have not heard of any serious movement right now of any new BRAC right now. But it's not out of the question, I'm sure, because I also have the Army War College now in the 11th Congressional District, and they're concerned there as well.
Yeah. Well, if you want to see the entire interview, it will be online, both at our Facebook page and at Dave Yonkai's LULAC political letter. L.A. Tyrone, WYLN's Late Edition.
Swing to Big Bad Voodoo Daddy October 18th at the Alice E. Wiltsey Performing Arts Center at the Historic Castle in Hazleton. 2013 marks the 20th anniversary of Big Bad Voodoo Daddy's remarkable arrival onto the music scene. And today, the high-energy 9-piece ensemble continues to remind the world that it's still cool to swing big band style. Join the party. Shake and move to the groove October 18th. Advance tickets are available through Ticketmaster starting August 31st.
Weatherwood is a privately owned 200-bed nursing and rehabilitation center. Nestled within the quiet town of Weatherly, PA, we offer our residents and their families tranquil and scenic views from just about anywhere in the building. We are located within minutes of Hazleton General Hospital, as well as major metropolitan medical and trauma centers in the Lehigh Valley. Whispering Meadows is a 50-bed secured dementia unit within our facility. Whether you need short-term, long-term, or respite stay, call or stop by today for a tour.
During these changing times, is your insurance program up to date? I'm local Allstate agent Gary McNeilis. I invite you to come into our office or give us a call. We'll help you be sure that you have the proper coverage to take care of all your family's needs at a price you can afford. Now more than ever, you need to be in good hands to protect everything that's important to you. Our team of insurance professionals and I will be honored to serve you. Are you in good hands?
Off the Beaten Path is a half-hour program that showcases interesting and unique people, places, and things in Pennsylvania. Hosted by Jeff Bonomo, Brian Bromley, and Ken Cara, Off the Beaten Path is fast-paced, light-hearted, and sometimes even downright funny. Each show, we travel to many destinations in Pennsylvania, including restaurants, events, unique landmarks, and we talk with interesting people. So come with us off the beaten path.
There is a new alcohol policy at Lafayette College in Easton, and it's not sitting well with some players. Under it, any student-athlete who violates the policy faces a 2-week suspension of activities for the first infraction and could lose up to 20% of the games in a season. Athletic Director Bruce McCutcheon said that the college may publicize the violation and levy additional sanctions. Violations may include an arrest, a college citation involving alcohol, or a trip to a hospital due to intoxication. The latter comes with harsher penalties. Former Patriots receiver Aaron Hernandez pleaded not guilty to first-degree murder and other charges today. He's facing charges in the killing of a friend authorities say was shot 5 times in an industrial park. Hernandez will continue to be held without bail, but his attorneys reserve the right to request bail later. His next court date is October 9th. The Cincinnati Reds are considering using ace starter Johnny Cueto out of the bullpen for the rest of the season and the playoffs if they make it. Cueto has a 3.33 ERA and a close to 4-1 strikeout to walk ratio. He's been sidelined since June 28th with a strained lat muscle, but he's ready to come back. The Cincinnati Enquirer says the Reds organization is looking at what Tim Lincecum did out of the pen for the Giants last year, and then Cueto could do the same. The New York Islanders are holding a news conference on Monday, and the club will announce center John Tavares will be the 14th captain in franchise history. He assumes the position after the off-season departure of defenseman Mark Strait, who is now with the Philadelphia Flyers. Tavares was third in the NHL with 28 goals last season and led the Islanders with 47 points in 48 games. And lastly, Knicks guard J.R. Smith was suspended without pay for 5 regular season games today for violating the anti-drug program. The league did not say what the violation was, though several sources say it was pot. Smith won the 6th Man of the Year award last season. He averaged 18.1 points during that regular season. And it is Game 3 of the Eastern League East Series. Let's check out our scoreboard. It's even between Erie and the Senators, but Game 3 in Harrisburg, the home team wins 4-1 in the best of 5 series. In the majors, Boston up 4 after a Shane Victorino 2-run homer. That's in the 8th. Baltimore shuts out the White Sox and the Tribe win 8-1 over the Mets. The Tigers up 13-1 over the Royals in the 7th. Blue Jays leading the Twins 6-4, and the Rangers up 1-0 in the 3rd. Oakland leading Houston in the 2nd, and the Rays and the Mariners are tied at 1s. That one also in the 2nd. In the National League, the Cubs over the Brewers, the Phillies 2-1 over those Atlanta Braves, and the Reds win 3-2 on the Dodgers. The Marlins shutting out the Nationals 7-zip. The Cards have the 5-1 lead on the Bucks. Padres trailing the Rockies 2-1, and it is scoreless in San Fran between the Giants and the D-backs. Joe has more weather coming up next. Make sure you stay tuned.
What do you see? Perhaps you're noticing the rusted fender or the dented side panel. Maybe the first thing your eye goes to is the worn interior. But look closer and you'll see something else. Value. At Harry's You Pull It, we see value in your old car, and so will others. It's the reason we offer top dollar for your car. Junker, clunker, piece of tin, your car may have many names, but at Harry's, there's only one that matters. Value. Visit one of our 3 locations today in Hazleton, Pennsburg, and Allentown.
FunFest kicks off its weekend with the Poets in Concert, presented by Northeast Revenue Service at the J.J. Ferrara Center in downtown Hazleton. Hear the sounds of the 50s, 60s, and beyond, from the Beatles to disco. Before you enjoy the outdoor fun of FunFest weekend, come and party with the oldies. Advance tickets for this one-of-a-kind concert are available at FunFest headquarters or at Metallo's Formal Wear. For information and a complete schedule of events for FunFest weekend, call 1-800-OK-FFest or go to funfestpa.org. FunFest is made possible through the support of its corporate sponsors.
I've got 3 great deals for you. Here's a 2013 Mazda 3 iSport sedan, just $187 a month, sign and drive. Or this 2014 Mazda 6 Skyactiv, 38 miles per gallon, $245 a month, sign and drive. Or this great 2014 Mazda CX-5 Skyactiv, just $299 a month, sign and drive.
Plus, we'll give you more for your trade. Burger Mazda, just off exit 145 off ID1, Route 93, Hazleton.
WILN TV 35, first in live sports.
Hi, I'm Ron Jaworski. For the best in local TV sports, watch WILN TV 35.
WILN TV 35 has it covered.
Hi, my name is Vince Papelli. I'm a former Philadelphia Eagle wide receiver and special teams guy, and for local sports coverage, I watch only WILN 35.
WILN TV 35, the event, not just the highlights.
Time of year that we experience a lot of fog across our region, especially early morning, during the early morning hours, and because of it, you got to be careful when you're traveling, and we get that early morning fog. You get a lot of the nighttime heat loss from the energy of the sun throughout the daytime hours. That's gone, and then what ends up happening is the temperatures drop to the dew point numbers. When that happens, the air becomes saturated. You get those little dew particles on the ground. The moisture condenses, and as a result, you're actually walking through a low stratus cloud. A low stratus cloud is nothing more than fog that we find out throughout the daytime hours and sometimes throughout the nighttime hours. We've all been in fog. And that's what fog is, and that's how it actually forms. And we see a lot of it this time of year. Now, it is dry across our region right now, no precipitation to deal with. Statewide, looking pretty good through the overnight hours. I think we'll have clear to mostly clear skies. There'll be a few clouds that'll be making their way in, but that pretty much is about it. Our live Lehigh Tire conditions outside our station in Hazleton, 53 degrees. Pressure coming in at 30.13 inches of mercury. We have been dry since the midnight hour, and notice those winds continuing to be relatively light at this just about 11 o'clock hour. Boy, look at these numbers. They continue to fall. They're not going to be as chilly as they were last night. It is now 52 at the Wilkes-Barre-Scranton International Airport, 45 degrees in Mount Pocono, 56 in Allentown, 62 in Philadelphia, 56 in Williamsport, 50 degrees in Selinsgrove, and 53 degrees in State College. A little bit milder in Pittsburgh, where temperatures still in the 60s, about 64 degrees. Up in the Wyoming Valley area, from Nanticoke through Wilkes-Barre, Kingston, and Lehman, your temperatures holding in the 50s. Take a look at these high temperatures. They got up into the 70s, but some of those overnight lows bottoming out just about near 40 degrees. So definitely a chilly start to our morning, no matter where you live across our region. Satellite and radar, you can see a couple of those clouds making their way in from the north and northwest. And we'll see a few of those through tonight and as we head into tomorrow, but we're not going to have to worry about any precipitation. It will continue to stay dry. So it stays dry through the overnight hours. It stays dry through tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow night, a sprinkle or a spritz or maybe a light shower. That's about it. As we go into our Sunday, notice a little bit of some green come through. Maybe a sprinkle, maybe a stray shower, but that pretty much is about it. At this point, not expecting anything significant. And one thing for certain, as we go into tomorrow, we're going to bring in some milder air. We're going to be back up into the 70s with the normally milder locations getting up to just about near 80 degrees. Extended forecast brought to you by the Wire Guys. A division of Arc Electric. Here's what we can be expecting over the next several days. Temperature-wise, actually not too bad. Some of those overnight lows, it's going to be cool, but the good news is despite the coolness in the air at night, it actually warms up pretty decent throughout the daytime hours, mostly in the 70s. Monday looks like it'll be a little bit cooler, only in the upper 60s, and a few shots of a shower or thunderstorm here and there, but again, not expecting anything significant. So definitely a chilly one last night, won't be as cool tonight.
Don't like that 40 in there at all, boy. Ooh, too cool too soon. We keep saying it, but it keeps popping up again, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
So, busy night tonight.
Busy night, another busy night.
And tomorrow the big Penn State game, and first home home game. So are you
Eastern
going?
Michigan? I am not, unfortunately.
Me neither, darn. Are you?
Unfortunately.
Oh, darn, we're all watching on television, I guess. Also, we want to tell you that the Fun Fest Parade will be stepping off at 2:30 on Sunday afternoon, and WYLN proud to be the official television station of the Fun Fest Parade. And of course, we'll be letting you know all about the rebroadcast times for the parade, which will be taping on Sunday. So I hope everybody will come out to support Fun Fest tomorrow and Sunday, all the vendors, and congratulations to Joe Scarcella for 35 years.
He deserves it.
He's Mr. Fun Fest.
Yes, everyone deserves it.
Absolutely. So we say congrats, Joe, and we'll see you this weekend. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. The team will be back here live on Monday to do it all over again. Good night.